Elsewhere, though, there was a ranked-on-ranked matchup in the SEC during the early slate where Tennessee got an impressive win against Arkansas. The Volunteers led by 20+, but then had to hold off that late comeback from the Razorbacks. What stood out to you about their performance?
Well, even when you think you've got Arkansas down and out, they're still capable of coming back and getting you. Like you mentioned, Poppy, the Razorbacks were down 24 points on the road against a team that hasn't lost at home all season and came back and, actually had a shot to send this thing to overtime. Got it back to within striking distance, then, just came up a little short. But ultimately, those are two very good teams that were playing. Jerry Palm, the CBS Sports bracket expert, has both of them projected as a 4 seed. I don't know that either one of them will drop out of the top 4 seed projections between now and Selection Sunday. They've been rock solid most of the season. Arkansas had a little bit of a stumbling block, COVID problems earlier in the season, but since they got healthy and rolling, they were 14-1 in their past 15 games heading into this one. Tennessee, again, remains undefeated at home. Both of those teams are capable of not only playing in the second weekend of the NCAA tournament, but maybe going to the Final Four.
All right, so let's talk big picture here then, Gary, because there's currently 5 ranked teams in the SEC, along with a couple of unranked teams that are likely to make the tournament. So what's the NCAA tournament outlook for the SEC in your eyes?
This is as strong as the SEC has been in a long time, Poppy, and it reminds me of a story I was told about the late commissioner Mike Slive. When he was still commissioner of the SEC and the SEC network was launching, he told his athletic directors and presidents, you've got all the money you're ever going to need, invest in men's basketball, because they wanted a lot of good inventory for the SEC network, and the schools responded appropriately. The ones that needed to hire different coaches did that. The ones who needed to upgrade facilities did that. The ones who needed to upgrade recruiting budgets did that. And what you're seeing this season with the SEC is all a byproduct of it. LSU is one of the unranked teams in the league, but has always had strong computer numbers. This is a league with Auburn, Kentucky at the top, but Tennessee and Arkansas right there with them. They've got, at least 4, maybe even 5 legitimate Final Four contenders. And when you're talking about Kentucky and Auburn specifically, I think either one of those could theoretically win the national championship.
Yeah, the SEC looking strong. Gary Parrish breaking down Saturday's college hoops in the SEC. Gary, thanks so much. And for more from Gary, check out the Eye on College Basketball podcast. He's joined by Matt Norlander, where they break down all the biggest storylines and news you need to know heading into the tournament. The Eye on College Basketball podcast. Download, subscribe, and enjoy today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.